The invention that we choose is the internet. The first question that I answer is, what if we didn't have it? What happening? It's the means by which the world moves today. It will imply the collapse of the world economies of the first countries. Life will change as we know it. Some experts report that the loss of the internet will return at least half a century and will enter a world crisis. Science depend totally on it. The second question that I answer is in this video is, who are the related people in this invention. There were mainly 5 related people: Joseph Carl Roberts, ARPANET pioneer computer scientist, forerunner of the internet, who was part of the project that started with one of military purpose in response to Russian advance. The second person is Leonard Kleinrock, theoretical author of the main contribution of the first computer networks. The second person is Ray Tomlinson, created email. At the time was a breakthrough in sending information instantly. The fourth person is Steve Jobs, the person who created the first computer for personal use and who increased the number of computers in the world by expanding the network that had few computers. The last person who related with this invention is Tim Berners-Lee, creator of the hypertext document distribution system, that is the www that we currently use in the direction of web page, TKL hyperlinks. Oscar, please tell us who invention is related to. Who is the person who relate to?
Thanks, Jonathan. The concept the concept of a computer network able to communicate users on different computers was formulated and presented to the ARPA by Joseph Sierra Lighlider, who was an American computer scientist considered one of the most important figures in computer science and in the history of computer science. So, in 1963, Lighlider formulated this concept and was called by the ARPA. ARPA means Advanced Research Projects Agency. So he was called there along with other scientists such as Vinton Cerf and Robert Kahn, who in the 70s developed the ARPANET, which is the first internet which consists of 4 small computers called interface processors of messages, or EMP, installed at UCLA Stanford Research Center, University of California, and the University of Utah, which you can see in the map.
It started a research network, but some students at the University of Illinois wanted it to be a mass medium of communication. Since the internet was created, the human life changed. We have been able to exchange knowledge and faster way with a fewer barriers. All of us with a computer can interactive according to our topics of interest, for example, education, work, search, social networks, and new jobs. Education. We have access to didactic material of any subject. We can also learn from different places wherever we want. Work. With the internet, there is a low cost in the exchange of ideas, knowledge, and skills. It has made work using it easier. The internet guarantees that you are always in contact, have places to store documents, and the most importantly, several people are working for different places on the same file. Social networks. The internet has changed the way we interact and how we interact with the others, allow to express our interests, tastes, ideas more easily and with didactic content immediately. Search. Any topic that we are passionate about the want to know instantly can be seen by having the internet, so we will always be updated the important events around us. New jobs. The internet has created a new way of working and new roles in the society.
Well, I will talk about too how has the internet changed our life. The internet has changed our life in all aspects. For example, in the past, the people have to send letters, but mail, and before they using birds. But today, if I want to communicate with someone or else, it's very easy. I just have to take my cell phone and send a message or texting with WhatsApp or email. Or it changes the way of the work because did work at home is exist before? The answer is not. And thanks to this, the pandemic has affected less the economy. In my opinion, the internet has been changing everything, and it will be continue like this. What's the impact the invasion has had in the life of the human beings? The internet has had a big impact in the life of the human beings, in my opinion. The most important thing is the way of communicating information because we before we only have the newspaper, the radio station, and the formal communication media. Chicano was happening in the work, but today the people communicate everything thought in social networks in a faster way. For example, the attack live, the ones that happening in New York City in 2001, in 2001, um, will have been faster because today we can all record and public everything immediately. This, in my opinion, is good, but is also generate a lot of junk content. So it's important to know who to believe.